Hi, guys. Good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I will be doing my Season 1 review of the new Netflix zombie show, Black Summer. It dropped yesterday. I started watching it yesterday, and I just finished watching it a moment ago. It's an easy, fun binge watch, and I highly recommend it. Get into all of that, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled season review. Again, I will be discussing the events and characters and occurrences all throughout season 1. So if you haven't seen Black Summer yet and you want to, don't keep watching or listening to this video. And if you're in the middle of watching Black Summer, don't keep watching or listening, as I will likely be referring to spoilers to stuff you haven't seen yet. So that's your spoiler warning. Okay, spoilers starting from here on out, starting now. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. This was a fun zombie show, very fast paced, very exciting. It was very direct and to the point. This was like this whole show basically did not waste any time. It didn't waste time in killing major characters or like getting into unnecessary drawn out standoffs or conflicts with like hostile survivors or characters. And it had some great zombie action and carnage. And it had some interesting lead characters. And the thing that drives me crazy is that like they wiped out half their cast, and the show is only in its first season. Like we meet all of these cool characters in the first episode, in the first 3 episodes, and some of them team up with each other. Some of them don't collide with each other yet. And then they killed most of them. I mean, most of them are dead now. It's like we lost the deaf guy, Ryan. We lost Carmen and Manny. We lost poor Velez, who's just trying to get home to his family. He was the guy who'd like to say motherfucker a lot. He said motherfucker a lot, and I mean a lot. Like it was every other word out of his mouth. And then the main blonde woman, Rose, lost her husband in the first episode, although it was pretty cool that she was reacquainted with her daughter, so that was nice. But still, this show did not hold back. I mean, and what I loved about it, I loved how it felt. It reminded me of like Pulp Fiction, where it was a story told in non-chronological order. You've got multiple storylines with multiple characters going on, and they all cross with each other and intersect at some point. It's like they all basically all collide with each other in one way or another, good or bad. And then when we also, like in one episode, during the episode where they're stealing the weapons from that weapons cache post-apocalyptic club place, we see what every single character is up to and what their part is to play in getting the weapons out. And that was pretty cool. So it was kind of like, this show was like a zombie show or movie I've always wanted to see, where we have multiple storylines all happening at the exact same time with characters who may or may not collide or intersect with one another, but for the most part they did, and I really enjoyed that. I loved that they played it out like that. I mean, everybody had an end destination in mind, the stadium. Who knows if they'll actually be evacuated or not, but at least a good chunk of our characters survived. At least Kyung Sun, the Korean woman, made it. She was a real character. And I love the fact that we come to like her so much, but she doesn't really speak any English, but she clearly knows how to take care of herself, and she communicates well enough to her fellow survivors to know what's going on and what part she has to play. Like I said, it's just the show didn't hold back. Like in the second to last episode, Rose wastes no time in killing the 2 soldiers who are about to kill Spears, aka Julius. Like she just shoots the one commander in the back and then shoots the other guy a couple times, and then she frees him and says, grab their guns, let's go. Like no time was wasted at all. All she cared about, it's like, I don't care about who you are or who you were or what your history is with these 2 men. I just want to get to the stadium, get my daughter. She was just getting into that survival zone or that mode. And I really enjoyed that one episode where Lance, who's like one of the luckiest sons of bitches alive, is relentlessly pursued by this zombie throughout like almost the whole episode. And then when he's finally saved, the stranger who did save him ends up costing him his life because he's bitten during the fight. And right before he kills him, Lance says "thank you," and then like hits him with a rock or something. I mean, what a show. It did not hold back. It had great zombie action sequences and carnage, interesting characters, and it was an easy, fun binge watch. I really enjoyed it, and I hope they do a second season. In fact, I might have to start watching the show that this show is a spin-off off of, Z Nation. That's right. This show is apparently a spin-off of the old sci-fi, well, not that old, the sci-fi TV show Z Nation, which was on the Sci-Fi Network for about 5 years, I think, 5 seasons. You know, I shockingly never got into it, but I think I'm going to have to because I liked Black Summer so much. Well, guys, what did you think of Black Summer Season 1? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you expecting more, expecting less? Are you hoping for Season 2? And if so, what do you want to see in Season 2? Also, I loved the character who didn't say a word, but he was super helpful and protective, and he just whistled and didn't talk the whole time or at all, and he was just hanging out with these people until he was reunited with his dog. That's why he was whistling. He was just looking for his damn dog, and they find each other, and then he leaves without saying a word. He's like the silent helper or protector because he teams up with these other characters to save him, and we never learn his name, who he is, or what his story is, and he just leaves when he finds his dog. I mean, that cracked me up, but it was also kind of cool, too. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. Black Summer Season 1 is now streaming on Netflix. If you're a zombie or a horror fan, watch it. You're going to like it. Have a great rest of the night. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.